High as hell when I'm in the clouds. That's that space shit. Elevated, I'm hella faded.
Hey Earth Signs. Alright, so this is going to be a general reading. Pick a card for my wonderful, lovely Earth Signs. The order is as follows. 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead, take a deep breath and pick whichever card resonates with you. If more than one pile resonates, go ahead and just watch whichever ones resonate with you. Watch all of them if you need to. I want to thank everyone so much who is commenting, liking, and subscribing. It's wonderful to have you here, and I'm so excited. I really want to encourage everyone to keep commenting and sharing your stories with people. I think it's really wonderful. All right, so take a deep breath, and I will see you guys in the piles. Good luck. Hey Earth Signs, pile number 1. Magician. Magician's a great card. I feel like a lot of people they're putting to good use a lot of things that they've learned lately. Maybe not even lately, maybe like over accumulation of time, but they're definitely, because there's a difference between learning something and then like really like learning it and using it. You know, it's like you're putting the lessons to work almost, I feel. And some of these lessons are really you're having to draw on pretty much every tool you've been given to kind of get through these. And I don't want to say that they're tests. I wouldn't say that they're tests. I just think that there's circumstances that require things that you've learned. So I don't really think it's a way of the universe being like, well, let's see if she really knows what this is, or would she really do this. Like, that's not, I just think things are happening and you're finally having to really put these things to good use for the reason you had to learn them. Transmuting. I keep hearing transmuting. So a lot of you might be taking energy from one situation, kind of like maybe focusing it and redirecting it towards something else. It's kind of like taking something, energies of something you don't want, and taking just the power of that and turning it into something that you do. Like refocusing it somewhere else. You know, and this transmutation of energy that's going on is actually going to be, I think, the catalyst to a lot of things that's going to be happening. You know, where you put your energy, where your focus, that's what's going to grow more in your life. So if you're focusing on something that is not healthy, or not something that's going to really take you in a direction that's good for you, that's what you're going to get. But if you take all that energy you're putting in that and put it in something that actually will grow you, something that actually, you know, you could have a future with, they keep pointing out the flowers. Flowers might be a big deal to somebody for some reason. taking, I just saw this actually, taking a bath with flowers in it. I was just seeing that again. That might be healing for some people. Taking a bath with flowers in it. I feel like these cards are together. Like this is kind of connected here with this one. I think this is going to help with this. I think there could be for some of you a lot of confusion on where you're trying to go, on what it is you're trying to do. A lot of people are having crazy ass dreams. Okay, some of you are having dreams that are just like nuts. Okay, for some of you, this is what's going on emotionally for you. Everything. So some of you are very emotional. You're very trying to sort things out. This one, I mean, when that happens, I'll usually tell people it's like half of this stuff is kind of not real. It's probably a fear, you know, looking at this stuff, right? So right off the bat, you can kind of eliminate a lot of the things that you have to think about because they're not real. It's a fear. Okay, so that some of you might just have too much on your minds. Okay, so when you're able to really like kind of sort things out and refocus and reprioritize and focus that energy back out, that's when there's, I think, forward movement, because I think a lot of you are just kind of like stuck in this dreamy, there's just so much, and a lot of it just might be emotional. I heard emotional baggage. Don't know. You have to get your priorities straight. Okay, what are your priorities? What are your honest priorities? Not what will make money, what will, like, that's not, like, yeah, you need money to buy stuff, but like what is your priority? Okay, you need to like narrow it down. You know, because the more attention that you give to more things, it's like the less quality attention each individual thing is getting, I feel. It's like you're not sure which cup will make you the most emotionally fulfilled. What makes each cup a priority? That's going to help you. What about each cup is a priority for you? Like in an area of your life. What do they fulfill? What area, what priority do they fulfill? That cup. It could be a person, that cup. It could be a place. It could be, you know, a situation. I mean, this could just be a multitude of different things that you have kind of going on. You could just be overwhelmed. I gotta keep going here. I don't want to use up all my time on that card. It's like, this is how I feel like maybe the inner you is right now. It's almost like once like the 3D you actually makes like a decision here and really commits, I feel like that's when this guy steps in. He's like waiting. Do you see? He's like ready to jump up. He's just like, any minute now. So you see like poised for action. Right? So this is fiery, this is passionate, this is exciting. These are things that you should feel. Okay? Again, when you're doing this, you need to like take down all the emotions, everything involved with whatever cup that is, like the things that it makes you feel, the priority it establishes, you know, what it could be doing for your life. You know, and one of those things is how it makes you feel in a passionate, alive kind of way. You know, this is something it's very, like there's nothing around him. You see, he's like in a desert. There's nothing around him. But he's so full. There's just so much passion there, and there's just so much excitement. There's growth. There's potential growth. There's a person willing to do the work. There's okay, I heard fire sign. Some of you might be dealing with a fire sign. Maybe you're a fire sign cross watcher. I don't know. Oh, sorry. Wait, I like to have like my legs folded. It's like sometimes my foot gets sleepy or something. What are you waiting for? I just feel like there's so much potential and there's so much energy and there's so much like there's so much power right there, you know, but it's almost like there's something that you're like, it's just not time yet. Like you're really on the edge of your seat and it's like you want to get up and you want to go, but there's something that's holding you back in your chair still. But there's an incredible amount of energy. Like I'm tapping into it. I'm like, if you were to get up and move, you'd be like gone, you know, you'd be getting done whatever it is you're trying to do. Why are you just sitting there? But the reason you're just sitting there, there's a good reason. Okay, so if you're feeling like that, there's a really good reason. You need more clarity, okay? And the kind of clarity you need is only the kind of clarity that comes from really not worrying about what kind of clarity you need. Go figure, right? So here's what you're going to do, okay? You're not going to worry about what it is that you know, you need to do, okay? You're going to focus on cultivating and harnessing all of this power for when you know what it is that you want, okay? Because then once it clicks, because something will fall into place and you'll be like, oh, that's what it is. Once that happens, okay, this will go away and you won't be having that any issues anymore. There won't be an issue.
then you'll have all this built up harnessed energy that you can really focus on to something, and he'll be ready to leap. Okay, so continue on with what you're doing. Don't worry about why, it's not moving along how you want it to. Maybe it's not, you just feel lost. Okay, you're supposed to, because you need to realize something. But by worrying about what it is you need to realize, you're not going to realize it. So just focus on yourself. Focus on growing. Focus on anything that's really going to make you a little bit more confident, a little bit more powerful. That confidence is huge. So you need to be confident in yourself. And it doesn't mean I don't mean confident like you could walk into a building and talk to a million people and be like, no, it's no big deal. I don't mean confident like that. I mean confident that you are exactly how you need to be. Confident that you are wonderful. Confident that there's no one like you, and that's what makes you absolutely amazing. That's the kind of confidence you need to be cultivating here. Okay? This isn't about looking good, or you know what I mean? That's not it. You got celebration. So I guarantee you the celebration is going to be when you actually, let go. You figure this out, and you kind of unlock this superpower you have. With earth signs are very, I don't want to say grounded because that's kind of cliche, right? But you guys are so, in some ways, great, logical, great at planning. It amazes me, absolutely amazes me, earth signs. So to be like that and to have the planning and the inner workings all figured out beforehand, because I'm sure most of you have them already figured out. You probably have spreadsheets and charts and shit. So to have that and then be able to harness this kind of energy, that fire sign energy, that's just if you want something then get a fire sign. But this is, to mix those two together, you're going to be unstoppable. Okay, so this is really something that you will be able to celebrate. All right, I hope I was able to help somebody. I hope it resonated with someone, and I hope everyone has a really great day. I want to thank you so much for listening and for liking and subscribing. Please continue to comment. I know I kind of say it in every video, but I want to keep saying it. Any little bit of your story will help. There's plenty of times people go to video stuff and they see other people in the same situations, they're having the same experiences, and it helps them, because they don't feel so alone. So if you have an experience you'd like to share, if you're going through something, and even if you have advice that has helped you through something like that, please comment it, because I think it's important for people to see it. All right, that's that. Divine Destiny 1111, be my friend on Instagram. If you need a reading, divinedestinytarot.com. I have them there. And I think that's it. Have a good day. I will see everyone in pile number 2. Hey, pile number 2. All right. I'm not sure where I want to start with you guys. Five of Swords came out. But the Sun's also here. So, okay, we'll start here. All right, get it over with, right? Like a Band-Aid. Five of Swords. As you can see, he's kind of shifty looking, right? He's basically screwing everyone out of their stuff. He tricked them out of their swords, and now they're walking away with nothing. And he has everyone's swords. He doesn't need all those swords. What do you need that many swords for? What does anyone need that many swords for? So, a sword collector. Anyway, so this guy has swindled these people out of their swords, and now he has all these swords. He didn't even need them, but he wanted them. Okay, so this is somebody who, takes advantage of people. This is somebody who takes advantage of a situation. This is somebody who, even if they don't need something, if somebody else has it, guess what? They want it. All right, this is that kind of person. This person is not in it for what's fair. They're in it for what's fair for them. Okay, they really, they might want to come off looking like a good guy. They might want everyone to think they're a really good guy. But they're just worried about how it makes them look and what they can get away with. That kind of an energy. Okay, so first of all, you want to make sure that this isn't, your own. Because if this is your own, then you probably need to, and if it is, okay, that's fine. Just, we need to, work through it a little bit. It's not fine. I shouldn't say it's fine because I wouldn't hang out with you if that was, I'm being honest. No part of it. But, if you're willing to work on it, this is somebody who, if this is you, I don't feel like this is you. It might be. I heard cross-watcher. Could be a cross-watcher. Anyway, this guy is very manipulative. Very manipulative. Like, he doesn't care who he hurts. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. And he thinks he's like smarter than everyone. Like, this person thinks that they're smarter than everyone. Like, ha! They don't even know I swindled them out of all their swords. That's this, like they'll never figure it out. So some of you might be dealing with this kind of a person. You might be dealing with somebody exactly like this. But you don't need to do anything about it, okay? Just don't associate with them. Walk away, because that's what he's making everyone do anyway, basically, is to walk away and to leave him there with everyone's stuff and everything he wanted, right? But what happens is everyone walks away and he has everything he wants, but he's alone, okay? And people like that can't be alone. Those kind of people, they don't like being alone, okay? Would you like being alone if that's, well, look at who you're hanging out with. I wouldn't like being alone either, So that'll be their own punishment, is because they'll end up with people who they belong with, which is themselves, and it'll drive them crazy. So they'll hopefully be forced to reevaluate themselves and to realize what they're doing to people, okay, and end that cycle. Or they can just continue on doing it, Don't worry about them, because this is the happiest card in the entire deck. You seriously have nothing to worry about. All right, so this person, if any of you are worried about some kind of a person like this, it's going to work itself out beautifully. And the best part, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything about it. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to worry about what they're up to. You don't need to worry about how it's going to resolve itself. It already has. Yay! It already has. There's nothing that you need to even worry about. This person is going to get exactly what is owed to them, okay? And so are you, by being the person you are. Okay, this is wonderful news. Some of you might be getting pregnant soon. Congratulations. I see babies a lot with this card, because it's joy. It's just, this is when people are wanting to have a baby, this is like what they feel. again, pointing out fire sign. The first pile I did, I was pointing out fire signs. So I don't know if maybe some of those people stayed for this reading as well, and they're just kind of pointing out again, remember fire sign for some reason. Or if this pile also, you need to know, there might be somebody that you're dealing, maybe that, maybe the 5 of Swords person is that fire sign. I don't know, maybe that's what they're dealing with, is the fire sign, but this is, I don't know, fire signs are so warm. I don't feel like that's what it is, but it's important. Could be. Yeah, who knows? Everybody's capable of everything, I guess. Choices, you know? All right. This is... There's news. It's some kind of news, and it's news that makes you like super excited. Maybe that's why I felt like it was like having a baby, because it's like super exciting. Something is coming up, and this is like not even gonna, you're not even gonna remember that at all. It's like not even gonna cross your mind anymore, because you're gonna have this and you're gonna be like, it won't even matter. Rays of the sun. Go outside. Some of you need sunlight. It's like, it charges you. Okay, go outside. Go stand in the sunlight. Let it hit you here. Yeah. Go out and just like sit and just let it like warm you up. There's energy there. Something great is coming though. It's a surprise, but it's kind of something that's like, oh my God, 11. So that's confirmation. So there's confirmation for me. This is something that's a surprise, but it's still like very welcomed. It's not, you know, some surprises are like, whoa, you know, but like this is not that kind of a surprise, like a not controlled. I guess it was controlled. It's making no sense. It's almost like it's controlled, but it, you know, it's still a surprise. Judgment. Judgment's a great card, even though it's super creepy looking. Like, everybody's gray and dead. Well, if you see them, you know what I mean? It's kind of creepy if you think about it. But the actual meaning behind it is kind of beautiful. You know, I'm sure you are familiar with the phoenix, you know, burns down and from the ashes they're remade. That's kind of the same principle as you die, okay, and then you're reborn. So it's like a resurrection. So anything that was dead is going to come back to life, basically. And this is a good thing, because you have this, okay? All right, so this is a very good thing. So this is something maybe from the past, maybe something that, but it's something that's very joyful, because they're very excited. Like if you see it, it's not like they're like, the rapture. Like they're like, the like they're happy about it, you know, they're not like inconvenienced or pissed off, or like it's awesome that this is going on for them. So that's kind of the feeling I get. It's more of a, oh, thank God, finally, this is, you know, there's newness, you know, there's just a whole resurrection of an entire situation, basically. Some of you need to work on judgments. Especially, I think, on yourself. I keep hearing self-judgment. So it's, I keep, hold on one second. I keep hearing it's important to emerge anew. It's important to emerge anew. So self-love, judgments of yourself, you know, those sorts of things, they all need to be kind of washed away. They need to be really focused on. The thing that's being resurrected here, there are certain things that you can't bring into it. Okay, and they're all very, I feel, low vibrational things. You know, when you criticize yourself, even judging other people, this is, but I mean, usually when we're judgmental of other people, that means we're very judgmental of ourselves. So they kind of go hand in hand anyway. There's going to be some kind of a wake-up call here, and it's you're going to know what it is that you're like, this is what I need to kind of squash or really get a handle on right now, because it's something I can't take with me where I'm going. But something will kind of blow the horn, I think. So you don't really need to worry about I just 1414 for the length of time, so that's 5-5. Confirmation for me, you don't need to worry. All right, you don't need to worry that you'll miss it, that you won't know what it is. You will. When you're supposed to know what this is, okay, you'll know what it is. But, you know, just be open to the thought that, you know, maybe there's some aspect of yourself. And this could even be, like I said, this could even be you in some ways. You know, people are a mirror. So if you're encountering people like this, I mean, there's a good chance that it's somewhere deep inside there. Not always. Sometimes people are just assholes, right? That's just how they are. But we do need to make sure that we're taking a look within ourselves to kind of figure everything out. And we do that by meditation. Look at how that worked itself in there. Isn't that great? Yeah, meditate. Be alone. Be quiet. Center yourself. Even if it's just for, you know, 5 to 10 minutes, first thing in the morning, at night, whenever you have time to do it, even on your lunch break. You know, sit and just be still, be quiet. You know, meditating doesn't have to be you sitting and like that. Does, like, just sit down and just identify with yourself. Identify with how you feel, what's going on emotionally. Just sitting there. Just being present as much as possible in the right then moment. Okay, that's meditation. You know, if you can just kind of fall into that, you know, that nice warm feeling, just get to that spot and just kind of sit there. You know, and that's when these things, if you have any questions, if you have, you know, communication you want to make or something, that's when you can put these things out there, and that's when you'll get, you know, the information back. So it's important that we're taking time to do that, okay? Because you don't want to like not get this. I'm not saying that you wouldn't not get this, but I'm sure you want to get it as soon as possible. Okay, so by doing the meditation, by doing the work that needs to be done now, you're really kind of ensuring that, ensuring that things are going to progress nicely as quickly as they possibly could. You know what I mean? Like everything happens when it should, but it'll happen the quickest when we're continually doing what we need to be doing. If we just kind of stop, sometimes stopping is great. Sometimes taking a rest is really good. I know that's what I've been focusing on lately. It's just like chilling when I need to rest and relax and reset myself. Things can wait. If they need to wait, they can wait. If people can't stand that they're not getting done, then they can do them themselves. Okay? You don't need to run yourself ragged. You don't need to, overdo things for other people. You need to worry about yourself first. Okay? Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful for somebody. I hope everyone has a really great day. Divine Destiny 1111. Be my friend on Instagram. DivineDestinyTarot.com for my readings. Please continue to comment down below. It really helps people to see, everyone's stories and just words of encouragement and stuff. So keep commenting, please. It's wonderful to read them, and I love responding. Thank you, everyone who likes and subscribes and stuff. That's so great. I'm super excited to meet everyone and so thankful. So, all right. That's it. I'm on to pile number 3, and I will see everyone later. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. All right. So, I like your cards. I do. Where should I start? I'll start here. So, we got 2 swords, balance. I always kind of see this card as something that's, this person is very, I feel very balanced in their mind, in their thoughts, in their ideas. They're not, see how she's blindfolded? She's not really too concerned with anything else. Well, she can't even see anything else really going on around her, yet within her, in her own mind, her sword's mind, she's very balanced. Okay, swords represent truth, honesty, integrity. This is a very balanced person. So some of you might be doing this. You might be trying to balance maybe the different energies within yourself, the masculine, feminine, those kind of energies. This could just be trying to find some sort of intellectual balance. Maybe you're sorting through belief systems. Maybe you're revisiting things from your childhood and really trying to sort stuff out, get to the root of some issues, but all to cause balance within your mind. These are all things that really reflect ideas and beliefs and things like that. So intellectual. The water is very calm. I feel like for some of you, I think a lot of this is your state right now. You feel very calm, very centered. And even if it might be to a point where it's kind of like, it's odd. It's almost odd to some of you if it's happening. You're like, I don't understand what this is. But it's a stillness. It's a quiet. It's an internal quiet, I think. And that's so wonderful to have this. If you don't have this, this might be what's on its way to you, this balance. Especially if you've been doing the work to kind of work on your mental state. A lot of you will be standing in your authenticity and your own truth. You're going to be making decisions and doing things that resonate with you and you only. Okay, a lot of you are to a point now where it doesn't matter what's going on outside of you. It doesn't matter what people are doing. It doesn't matter what people want you to do. You're going to make your own choices, and those choices are going to be in line with what is healthy and good for you at the moment. You know, this has nothing to do with anyone else. And I think, you know, some of you are realizing that it really has nothing to do with anyone else, and that your life is totally your own. And if someone doesn't like something about your life, they can excuse themselves from your life because it's not your problem. You know, like it really isn't even your issue. That's their issue, not yours. I heard waxing gibbous. So I'm guessing that might be the moon cycle that this might take place in. So the next waxing. Is that what we're in right now? Waxing gibbous? That might actually be what we're in right now. So this could be present. Then maybe that's what, I don't have my thing. I think that's what we're in right now. I'm not like entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it might be right now. So if that's the case, then I think it's saying it's current energy. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is such a wonderful card. There was a time when I really did not like this card. And the reason for that is because it kind of ensures that you have to talk to and work with other people. Okay? Sometimes, you know, people don't work as hard as you. People don't put as much effort in, you know, but they're willing to take all the credit. You know, so working with people can be a little bit, and I know earth signs can feel me on this, right? Taking the lead in the school presentation, doing all the work, and then everyone else being like, yeah, I'll just sign my name on it. I'm sure the earth signs can resonate with that, right? But this is a really beautiful card because it's not that. This is everybody pulling their own weight. Everybody pulling their own weight in different areas too. This is people that are they're each working in tandem with the other. So I mean, think of like, you know, like an engine, you know, and they have all these, like one part will move to move another part, which moves another part, which moves, like that's, each part is a person, and they're each in, like, they're each in charge of things, working a certain way and doing a certain thing, but they're totally independent of one another. But it's all for the same thing, you know. So this might be something that you're undertaking right now. If you don't know what this is, you might find out soon. 3, I saw 3 is important here. So 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months for some of you. Some sort of collaboration, some sort of project, working. You know, this doesn't even have to be for money. I think it might be. But it could be a relationship. It could be, I feel for a lot of people this is going to be really coming with that 2 of Swords energy we were talking about, where it's like different aspects of yourself. There might be different aspects of yourself that you're kind of learning how to work with yourself in a way. You know, there are different bodies, you know, spiritual body, emotional body, mental body. Like there's different bodies around you, or that make you, you know, so when they all can kind of work together in tandem, it's important. Someone's planning something. And it's something, and it's something you don't want somebody else to know about. Because like as soon as I said you're planning something, it was like, uh-oh. What are you planning? You could pull some more cards. So there's some sort of a plan. Like I don't know if it's you and you just have some sort of it's like, you know, in a bank heist, I guess, like there's like, what is it, the Ocean's movies? Like there's different things that have to happen and like they're all set up perfectly. Like that's what I feel is going on here. It's like being in an Ocean's movie. What the hell? Some of you are making moves, making plans, doing the work. That's pretty cool. Others, this might be somebody doing it to you. Okay, so something might be in the works right now. Again, that's so weird. I had, I think it might have been the first pile I did. Something about the flowers. I think it was the Magician card, and they're like, the flowers, like the flowers. And this too, there's a flower here, and it's important. So like, I don't know what's with you earth signs right now and flowers, or like what's with this energy and flowers, but there's something about flowers. Rosicrucian? What is that? The fuck is that? Like, they'll say words all the time. I'm like, the fuck? Rosicrucian. That's religious. You know, I don't know are there some Rosicrucians out there? I don't know. If it is, it's, you know, heads up. I don't know. Look that up. I don't know why I just heard that. Okay, 11 for this one. Okay. I'm hearing, it's an Old Dominion song, and it's called One Man Band. I'm hearing that over and over again. One Man Band. So for some of you, this is about wanting to have a collaboration with a partner, with another person. You're making plans with another person. Oh, how cute. That's too cute. All right, I gotta fix my hair. Here's like a mess. Six of Wands is, depending on how the cards fall around it. It could be victory, but, you know, some readers will say that, you know, there could be false victory. It could be, you know, somebody who puts themselves higher than people around them. I really feel like this is going to be a victory card, though. You know, I feel like the person doing the planning is not you. Might be you. But it's like, this is talking about the other person. Like something about the other person. There's a victory. Oh, maybe you'll be victorious with the other person. That could be it. Sometimes I'll only get like like bits and pieces of like certain phrases or words or something. So it's like I have to like filter it, like stuff it into some sort of a message, and it's like sometimes I like doesn't work because I'm trying to think of too much stuff at once. Very victorious. This is something that's going to I mean, it's going to work out beautifully. Whatever this is, the amount of planning that went into it, you have nothing to worry about, okay? Because the amount of planning that went into it really is going to ensure that the work is done. It just incredibly. Okay. I keep hearing cogs. Cogs. Like cogs in it. I don't like something that has cogs in it. I'm hearing a whole bunch of weird stuff with you guys. Like y'all. We're not time though. Study. I feel like this is saying that if you really like, it's this. This is weird. Like there are like there's clues all around you for something. They want you to study it. It's like markers. Like you're something I felt like they're like markers almost. And I don't know if that's a way of you knowing where like like when certain things happen, they're like markers. So you know where you're at and like what's going to happen next then, because it's like an Ocean's movie. Like it's really involved. You've definitely done the work. Like incredible. For those of you, this is something you might need to take up doing. Okay, you might need to take up looking for things, looking for signs. If like you heard one of the words that I spit out today during this reading, you know, and you're wondering, well, I'd like to know what that is. Go ahead and investigate it. Okay. I said all sorts of weird shit in this pile, so take your pick and start there, I guess. But some of you, that's what's really going to kind of lead you on this this journey towards something that's really, really beautiful, I think, for you. So I hope that was able to help you. I know it's kind of random and all over the place, and I wish I could have been of a lot more help. Maybe go back and watch one or two, the piles. Maybe there's something else you can get from in there. This is just very, like something is cooking in y'all's life, and it's just like, it's incredible. All right. that's it. I hope it was able to help you. Divine Destiny 1111, be my friend on Instagram. If you need a reading, divinedestinytarot.com. You can go there and get them. Thanks so much for liking and subscribing. Please keep commenting. I love reading them. And I think it's a really wonderful and beautiful thing to help people out on their journeys, to see that, you know, other people are going through their stuff as well. It's nice to know that you're not alone in a lot of things, all right? All right, I think that's it. I'm done. Getting out of here. Have a good day. Bye.